Hey guys, welcome to Heat Happy Energy Amor Tarot. So I'm feeling very strongly that there is some sort of conflict going on between your person and the third party. So we are going to look at the third party dynamics today because I sense even on the surface it feels like they're showing everything is good, even very happy together kind of a situation, but it doesn't seem like it is like that. Nine of Cups, Five of Wands, Temperance. Overall energy is Four of Wands. Like I said, see, on the surface, it might look like this perfect um, situation. This everything is stable, happy, but behind the curtain, there is tension, ego clashes, you know, exhaustion uh, during the process of keeping the peace more than having the peace here. See, the connection isn't flowing naturally. It's being managed. It's not being lived here. Okay. So, Nine of Cups, someone in this connection feels emotionally fulfilled, likely your person, but this is like on paper. This is like me first kind of a satisfaction, not mutual emotional bond here. This could indicate indulgence, comfort zone. You're staying there because it looks easy or it feels easy. One or both of them are in it because it's for themselves, not for the emotional bond, not for emotional growth here. Five of Wands is the clashing egos and silent fights. This is unspoken tension. So even if they're not like, they don't have to be shouting at each other. This is like that, those things that you don't speak. This is not peaceful connection. There are power struggles, and friction dominates the emotional landscape here. Even if they're smiling in the pictures on the social media that you see, please don't go by that. There's underlying disagreement here. And there is comparison possibly. There could be some external influence in their life as well. One of them wants to win, not love. This is a card that screams too many unsaid things brewing under the surface here. So there's emotional competition, misalignment, and petty clashes that erode the chemistry here, or any kind of intimacy, so to speak. Now, temperance is trying to fix, trying to balance things that is out of sync here. Someone is trying very hard to bring balance and avoid that full blowout or full fallout. This is that, band aid over a bullet wound, I mean, which is not going to really help. Uh, Constant compromise, but no true alignment. Spiritually, this connection is being tested in some form. Um, this is a connection which is being managed, not nourished. So it's surviving, not thriving. And Four of Wands from outside, again, the relationship looks like, oh, this is the perfect thing to have, this is even celebratory, possibly for some of you. But the foundation feels more like performance. They're performing for other people to show that, we are doing so good. We are so good with each other. Outwardly committed or comfortable, but inwardly it's like strained and patchworked. So um, no, not a great place to be in. Let's ask, what are your person's energies towards third party? What are my viewers' person's energies towards the third party? Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Overall energy, Three of Cups. See, again, this is more of a social thing that is important for them. This person is very focused on their money, their career, their business, their personal growth, possibly. Um, this is not romance first; it's stability first, a sense of obligation, not obsession towards somebody. This is like you're trying to invest practically, so your day-to-day things that you need to do, house, family, appearances, or some sort of shared goals. You're investing into something. This is where material or social comfort is uh, the priority, not the emotional intimacy. So your person may be showing up, but more as a partner in structure than in a soul relationship. They're putting in the effort, or at least trying to act right, is what I get. This feels like someone clocking in and doing emotional labor like it's a job. So It's not coming from within. Maybe trying to fix what's broken, trying to compensate for something, uh, you know, just doing what will just fill the expected void which was there. So energy of let me prove I can make this work rather than, oh, I want to put in the work. I want this means something to me, so I want to put in that work here. Um, More of a repairman than romantic energy here. And Four of Swords is anyways an emotionally withdrawn energy where there is this mental pause. See, despite the surface efforts, they're tired, pulled back, not emotionally available to the third party. This indicates they may be retreating internally, avoiding emotional conflict. This is quiet energy, no drama, but also no deep connection being built. This connection is being maintained, not lived, like I said. So they're emotionally on a break here. And Three of Cups, this is keeping things friendly or functional. Um, a cycle of casual celebration, avoidance, focus on outings, routines, keeping it light. So, you don't want to create chaos for you in your life, so you just go ahead with the normal daily routine things. So they're not deeply entangled. This is more of functioning companionship that Three of Cups brings. There is also a possibility for some of you that, let's avoid the big talk. So just pretend things are okay kind of an energy. So this isn't fireworks. This is a project. Okay, your person may be showing up, doing things or the right things, but the heart it's quiet. It's detached. It's withdrawn. This isn't a love story. It's a renovation project where you want to fix. You want to the plaster is yeah, the walls need plastering. So that's what they're doing here. Um, they're just trying to fix enough things in order to um, make it look whitewashed. So nobody really will look too deep into it. Let's see what are the third party's energies. So, what are the third party's energies towards my viewers? Knight of Swords, Two of Cups, Three of Pentacles, overall energy Empress. See, the third party is definitely wanting to make things work. There is a desire to have some sort of collaboration. There is still some emotional stuff here. Um, and for a lot of you, I feel that this third party is aware of you. Uh, and it's not all peace and rainbows here. See, they're mentally charged about you, keeping tabs, forming opinions, possibly even plotting. This is a defensive energy. They may feel threatened, okay, compared, or like they have to protect their position. So for those where, for a lot of you, I feel the third party knows about you. In that case, this person feels like threatened. If they're not aware, if you're sure they're not aware, this person is generally having maybe harsh conversations. There are impulsive conversations with your person, confrontational in thoughts, not necessarily in action always, but ready to pounce if triggered. Okay, they're not indifferent. This person is on edge, uh, either jealous, territorial, or both. But this is not like calm conversation that you have. They might feel that your person still shares a soul tie with them. At least they feel a soul tie with them. Unresolved emotions are there. This could reflect a perceived threat. They suspect that something unbreakable still exists between them. See, they've seen or they've felt that this connection has been very deep. They sense a heart bond between uh, them and your person here. And Three of Pentacles is again, the practical or emotional roots that they still want to rebuild. They believe that um, there is still unfinished business, there's shared goals, there is a There is a desire to rebuild something, work on something. This is also a card of, trying to hold their position. They may be working to solidify their place in your person's life. See, they do feel your presence. I don't know if it is now or maybe from the past, and that makes them feel a little threatened for those where the third party is aware of you. And that's the reason they're possibly trying to secure their spot. Empress. See, there is admiration, but there is also envy. Okay. Um, they are trying to match up to an energy where they can be this person who feels like, wow, this is the person. So there is some sort of bond with this person. Feel, yes, there is confrontational energy, but they want to make things work. Um, there is mental restlessness. Let's see, what is the future of this connection? What is the future of this connection between my viewer's person and the third party? Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Eight of Cups. Overall energy, Five of Swords. Too many swords here. This doesn't seem like a very happy place to be in. Okay. Swords itself creates a lot of restlessness. So, Suit of Swords is about, the mental stimulation, communication, those things. So there's a lot of mental restlessness here. Seven of Swords is like, something fishy here. This is a classic card of secrecy, deception, emotional disharmony, a third party situation again. So is Five of Swords. But Seven of Swords is where someone may already be emotionally or physically checked out, even if they're still present. It also shows lack of trust. One or both of them are walking on eggshells or hiding something. This is, the connection is being held together, but what's not being said is of substance here. There are secrets here. Eight of Swords is stuck, trapped energy. This is like mentally exhausted. So again, feeling mentally trapped could be due to obligations, family expectations, guilt, or fear of confrontation. This is where, this is somebody who feels stuck, even if they technically have the freedom to walk away. There's no growth here, just internal anxiety is what I see. Overthinking, silent suffering, and that is similar to this Eight of Cups, where this is the strongest emotional exit card in the deck. This indicates spiritual disconnection. This indicates emotional disconnection. Even if the day-to-day life continues for a while, someone will ultimately choose peace over the pattern. So this connection will eventually be left behind. Not out of anger, but out of emotional burnout or dissatisfaction, because this is not serving them anymore. This is the power games. This is arguments, manipulations, ego clashes, which could be a constant here. See, it is a card of hollow victory. Even if one stays or wins, the emotional cost is too high. Someone will walk away with resentment and the other will regret. Okay. The dynamic breeds resentment here, not resolution. And both may walk away feeling drained as well. See, this is a connection running on fumes. Okay. It's more like a mental battlefield here with so many swords, like I said, coming out. I don't see this as a love story from the beginning itself. And sooner or later, someone is going to say, I can't keep bleeding, for this. And when they do, it'll be a quiet exit, not a grand speech or anything, just the weight of too many words, and the soul finally chooses peace. Now, for some of you, this will be literally walking away. For some of you, it'll just be, you keep doing those daily routines out of whatever is expected socially from you, but there is no connection. See, sometimes the universe lets a connection fall apart, not because it's evil or something, but because it's not equal. If you're sitting wondering why did they choose someone else, just know that not every detour leads to destiny. They might have gone looking for, you know, money, power, status, control, but now they are in a tug of war with themselves. They are not in love, they are in survival mode. So you don't lower your worth trying to win a triangle, because you were never meant to be a part of a triangle. Your crown doesn't fit in this chaos, okay? Let karma do the explaining. You don't have to do anything. You just keep evolving is what you need to do. So that was the reading, guys. Thank you for watching.